Daring to shatter the expectations of the global music world, Jin from BTS has once again made history, shaking the international entertainment scene. His solo song, Don't Say You Love Me, surprisingly skyrocketed on the Billboard Global 200 chart, an achievement that not only thrilled fans, but also sparked a major debate. How could a song released amidst the fierce competition of the global music industry manage to survive and climb to the top position? Is this merely an effect of fandom power, or is there an undeniable musical appeal? This astonishing fact shows that Jin is not just present as one of the BTS members with a large fan base, but also as a soloist capable of captivating the global music market. The surge of Don't Say You Love Me on Billboard indicates that this song is not just a seasonal phenomenon. Its presence for weeks on the chart proves the power of consistency, endurance, and emotional resonance felt by millions of listeners worldwide. Many are wondering, what makes this song so special that it can overtake some of the biggest names in the international music industry? The answer seems clear from the unique combination of Jin's distinctive vocals full of emotional color, touching lyrics, and musical production neatly wrapped in modern nuances. This song not only tells about complex love, but also offers a space for reflection for its listeners. No wonder, every verse sung by Jin can transcend language, culture, and geographical differences, making it a universal work that is easily accepted across generations. Along with his achievements, international media began to highlight how Jin has an artistic power that is often overshadowed by BTS's popularity as a group. Now, through Don't Say You Love Me, the world can see a deeper, more authentic, and experimental personal side of Jin. Billboard noted that this song not only lasts, but also consistently collects stable streams and downloads every week. This shows a rare trend, a K-pop soloist song that can penetrate global competition without losing its musical identity. However, this success certainly does not come without controversy. Among music lovers, a fierce debate arises. Is the dominance of Jin's song on Billboard more due to the strength of ARMY, who are known to be militant in supporting their idols? Or is it indeed the quality of the music that encourages people outside the fandom to enjoy it? This question further reinforces the sensation surrounding the song's journey. Whatever the answer, it is clear that this phenomenon has opened the world's eyes to how much influence a K-pop artist has in the global music industry. Even more surprisingly, the achievement of Don't Say You Love Me managed to surpass the record previously held by other singers from K-pop soloists. With a longer week record on the Billboard Global 200, Jin has now officially made history as one of the Korean soloists with the most impressive international achievements. This comparison further emphasizes that his solo career is not just a compliment to his status as a BTS member, but an entity that stands strong with independent achievements. This success also has a significant impact on the South Korean entertainment industry. Many music analysts assess that Jin's success will pave the way for more K-pop artists to dare to launch ambitious solo projects. If the Korean entertainment industry has been very focused on the strength of groups, now a new paradigm is emerging that individual strength can also be a global magnet. The Jin phenomenon is concrete evidence that an artist's voice can shake the world without having to fully depend on the big name of the group that houses him. It is undeniable that the achievement of Don't Say You Love Me is also a reflection of how changes in music consumption trends happen so quickly. With the presence of streaming platforms that dominate the way people listen to music, Jin's song has proven to be able to master the algorithm and attract new listeners who may not have known BTS before. This signifies that quality works can still penetrate the boundaries of core fans and reach a wider market. For ARMY, of course, this achievement is an immeasurable pride. They see Jin's success not only as the victory of an idol, but also as a validation of the hard work that has been carried out since the beginning of his career. Not a few fans express their pride and emotion through social media, echoing global hashtags, to holding various forms of creative support. Every achievement achieved by Jin feels like a shared possession, strengthening the emotional bond between the artist and his fans. Now, the big question that hangs in the minds of many people is, how far will Don't Say You Love Me continue to advance on Billboard? Is this song just a momentary trend, Or will it be remembered as one of the historical milestones in the journey of K-pop music on the global stage? One thing is certain, Jin has proven himself as a great force that cannot be underestimated. This song is a symbol of transition, courage, and the determination of an artist to make his own mark on the world stage. With all the surprising facts and debates that accompany it, it is clear that the phenomenon of "Don't Say You Love Me" is not just ordinary entertainment news. This is a monumental moment that will continue to be discussed, both among fans and global music observers. The world is now witnessing the birth of a new chapter in Jin's career, a journey that shows that when voice, message, and sincerity combine, a song can truly explode and shake Billboard. Rocket, the explosion in popularity of the song "Don't Say You Love Me" on Billboard seems to be proof that Jin is able to transcend the traditional boundaries of pop music. However, behind the lively euphoria, a big question arises that cannot be ignored. Is everything we see and hear purely an organic achievement, or are there elements of media engineering and industry strategies deliberately played to create a sensation? Don't we live in an era when information is so easily shaped, manipulated, and even spread without verification? Reports that this song has lasted a long time on Billboard are indeed very impressive. But don't you wonder why the news appears more often on platforms like TikTok, YouTube, or Twitter, rather than from mainstream media with high credibility? Does this indicate that the power of fandom and social media has taken over the role of traditional journalism? Or is it precisely the opposite? This is real evidence that the mass media is reluctant to acknowledge the dominance of an Asian artist on the global stage. We need to ask questions like this so that we don't get caught up in euphoria alone. Let's reflect. Does the current Billboard ranking fully reflect the pure preferences of millions of listeners around the world? Or are there algorithms, promotions, and distribution strategies that play a major role behind the scenes? If all of this is just the result of a game of numbers and digital strategies, is it still appropriate to call it an artistic achievement? Or should we admit that in the modern entertainment world, popularity is more determined by the ability to master the media ecosystem, not just the quality of the music? Furthermore, isn't it interesting if we compare the Jin phenomenon with other global artists who are often accused of using payola or paid promotion systems? Is it possible that the success of "Don't Say You Love Me" also involves similar strategies, albeit in a subtle way? If so, does this mean we are all witnessing a show that is designed in such a way as to look organic? Or is it precisely the opposite? This is the moment when the world finally recognizes the power of South Korean music without any manipulation. At this point, it is important to ask ourselves, are we really sure that the news we read today is fact? Remember that the information circulating comes from various sources, some from fans on Twitter, video clips on YouTube, to short uploads on TikTok. All of these platforms do have tremendous dissemination power, but has the validity of the information been tested? Or are we just swallowing whole narratives that are deliberately formed by certain parties to keep the hype burning? If we examine it more deeply, there are many factors that can make a song explode on Billboard. The number of streams, digital purchases, to the involvement of fans in carrying out mass campaigns.